We are very appreciate that you came to our city. What's your impressions from our festival, from our city? How have you found this?
You know, I was struck reading up on Odessa before I came here by the fact that an Irishman, or at least a half Irishman, which is something akin to what I am, I suppose, was involved in the design of and the building of the harbour here. And I have to say that one of the words for a harbour in English is haven, and it seems to me that for the past few days Odessa has been a haven for me and for all these other writers who've had the privilege of being here. You know, one of the things about a festival, of course, at the root of the word festival is some kind of merrymaking, and it has been a merry time, but it's also been a time at which, you know, one is forced to take stock and think about how we stand in the world and how literature stands in the world, and sometimes indeed against the world. So it's been a very interesting time in that respect.
What can you recommend to wish to our city and to such festival?
You know, I was very struck, of course, by the fact that there was so much discussion of how literature functions in the world. I suppose that, now I didn't get to see everything in the festival, needless to say, but I suppose one thing I did miss myself was just to hear some of the writers reading their work. Maybe that's something that you've done in other years, but that's something that I would have liked myself. But otherwise, I was thrilled, of course, to meet some of the writers and editors here. And it was a great thrill to meet one of my new heroes, the author of Death and the Penguins. So I was very pleased to take that away from this occasion. And also just to have a sense that Odessa is a city in which literature is valued. And that's not true of every city in the world, but it's certainly true of this one.
Good luck, and we are very hoping that you'll come next time for bigger term than 3-4 days.
Well, I would love to come for a longer time, but I have to say that one of the delights also was that my wife and I were able to see so much of the city, and necessarily in a very very quickly. We moved very quickly through it, but it's lovely to have a sense of the place and to have a sense of what a beautiful city this is.